NSFW, what's a non-sexual thing that you find attractive?
Having a weird-ass sense of humor.
Having a weird-ass sense of humor.
That's what endeared my ex-wife to me. She was my sister's friend, and was with a bunch of girls at my dad's for a 4th of July pool party. They were off to the side, and me, and some guy cousins, and friends of the family were being guys flipping and pushing each other in, while also making innuendo-laced jokes at each other, and throwing out movie lines. She was off to the side of the diving board floating, and I was on the board and used a sexual innuendo line from, I think, a Sandler movie. I glanced down, and she's cracking up. My sister and her looking at her weird. I mouthed, "Oh, you got that?" And she grinned and winked. We were together for 16 hours after that party. And we communicated via movie quotes, dirty jokes, and innuendos. Unfortunately, life hit us both in the face, and it was best we went out separate ways.
Being a good hugger.
Goes both ways too. A side hugger loses 2 to 3 points.
Ugh, every time I receive or think about side hugs, my brain is flooded with memories of my youth group leaders drilling into us. Side hugs are safe hugs, face vomiting.
I've literally never heard of side hugs. Are you talking about one-hand greeting hug?
It's like when two guys hug each other, usually initiated with the one-hand grab. It's non-committal. I don't even personally count it as a hug. If it comes to hugging someone, for many it might mean just for the opposite sex. It's only really hugging if both arms are around the person. When I was in high school, I was more shy about doing full hugs with girls, mostly because I was shy, but also because a lot of the guys that did were the creepy dudes that asked for hugs, didn't want to be that. As I grew older, I stopped caring as much. Now I do the full hugs with my best friends when I see 'em. Advantage of not hanging out that often, otherwise it'd be weird, and OFC openly do it with family. Was once caught completely off guard by this chick going to college here that was from California. Met her once at a party and heard she was leaving in like a week. We didn't talk much, but she did the full hug thing. Guess I just see hugs as more intimate.
A smile. A nice smile melts my icy dead heart.
Check out the movie Smile. It's a feel-good comedy about a person who wants to change the world one smile at a time. I walked out of the theater smiling.
Yeah. I met this guy while masks were mandated at my school, so I never saw his face. Thought he was so annoying. He was sickeningly nice, always going out of his way to compliment me, everyone liked him, etc. He seemed fake, so I didn't give him a chance. He took off the mask to perform something, smiled at me, and it just clicked that sometimes people are just kind. He's now my best friend.
A nice smile is always a winner, but you know those smiles that transform the smiler? Like, there's a person and you don't think much of them, but suddenly they smile and they light up the whole room and they're the just beautiful. Bonus points if they have a nice laugh, the world comes alive. I love people like that. I find it very attractive, but most of all I feel happy to share space with them. Seldom are these people supermodel style hot/attractive, in my experience. They tend to be normal folk like you and me.
People showing genuine interest in you.
This actually happens?
Only to interesting people.
So not me.
Have you tried being interesting?
You jest, but when I young, like about to start middle school, I realized this and decided to work on becoming interesting. Life-changing. Pursue hobbies and talents/skill sets or knowledge or actively work on your humor, etc. Only problem now is I took it too far and find everyone else uninteresting and am back to just hanging out with myself again. Happy face/s.
When my husband is concentrating on something and looks over the top of his glasses at me. Why is that so hot though?
I'm doing this tonight. I'll report back.
I just tried it. Wife said, "What the fuck are you doing?" I think I did it wrong.
Were you seductively biting your bottom lip or top lip?
I cannot see without my glasses, so this wouldn't work for me, sadly.
Neither can he, but he assures me I'm an attractive blur rolling on the floor laughing. Especially if the glasses are those thick-rimmed black ones that all men wore in the 60s. My daughter was visiting a few years ago and said to me, "Oh my God, Mom. You cannot let Dad pick out his own glasses. Those black reading glasses are hideous." My response, "Hey, I picked those out for him." Love, love, love a good-looking man in chunky, black glasses. The nerdier the better.
A nice voice plus laugh woozy face. When a man shaves. Like the focus in his eyes and the gentle motions. Can keep a conversation going. When he's passionate about something and you can just sense how excited he gets to talk about it. Love it.
As someone who's been passionately talking about stuff, curiosity is the most welcome response. No better reward than seeing someone listen to you with genuine interest. Also, no bigger turnoff than seeing Sonyeon obviously not listening.
I genuinely haven't found a girl to talk about philosophy and nerd shit with help, dash.
I did find one, but she was a grown-ass married woman, not a girl. My math teacher in school was convinced that knowing stuff like philosophy is necessary to have interesting conversations and discussions with your so, which is the most effective form of entertainment after sex becomes less of a novelty. Also, philosophy is a hard topic to get into. I would work hard on my way to present it, starting from rather short questions and expanding into how people came up with answers.
I had $1 million idea for a calendar called Faces of Shaving that would have all the weird-ass faces we make. Stretching the upper lip downward to get the hairs right under the nose. Pulling the head back and to the right/left to smooth out the neck to prevent nicks. Moving the mouth left/right, trying to get the corners of the mouth, checking sideburn lengths. Super sexy.
I really love this reply. For some reason your second point got me. Now that you mention it, that is extremely attractive. I'll be paying closer attention next time and try to forget all the hair he left on the sink face with tears of joy.
You get off on those shaving commercials, don't you?
Weird, 'cause when I passionately talk about Marvel or WWE or Star Trek, most women seem to be remarkably turned off.
Freckles gets me every time.
Have always been very embarrassed about having freckles. Thank you for reminding us insecure freckled folks that some people actually like them. Smiley face. I was so self-conscious of my freckles as a kid, and when I was 10 I told my best friend that I grew up with that I felt really embarrassed of them, and the wise lil, 10-year-old replied, "Without freckles you'd be like a night sky without stars." Whenever I've felt self-conscious of them since I've tried to remember that.
Add some fiery red hair and I'm done.
I have red hair and freckles, and I've always been so insecure.
Well, that ends today.
And that's a threat.
Red hair and freckles is a dangerously beautiful/handsome combo. And your insecurity today, stranger, smiley face.
I find those attractive on guys and girls. I'm a half Puerto Rican, half Italian, and am covered in freckles. My husband is half Italian, half Cherokee, and he has shoulder freckles, and I'm so excited to see if our son's gonna get freckles as he gets older.
I'm covered in countless freckles. I mean, probably thousands. I have more olive skin, so they aren't as noticeable as on someone with paler skin. I also grew up by the beach and was always told when I was a kid how cute my sun kisses were. It is mind-blowing to me that anyone could be insecure about them, or that there are people that think they aren't totally awesome. My husband and I met online and I thought it was so cute when I saw my contact as name Freckles when we first started dating. Edit, I meant to respond to the op of this comment thread, sorry. But I can't say that I've ever seen someone with ugly freckles. I know I'm biased because I love my freckles, but I think freckles of any amount are beautiful. Don't be ashamed of them, they are fucking awesome.